Hi, it's Helen with Floating Yoga School. We're still in the middle of lockdown, so I'm here at the studio alone, but I'll get to be practicing with you all. Today we're doing a 45-minute all levels flow class focused on stress release, relieving poses, breaths, as well as some grounding shapes to really get into our body and reset your nervous system to a more rest, digest, healing state. We will use 2 blocks today, so if you have blocks, grab those, have them handy. If not, you can use stacks of books, some sturdy water bottles, or I'll give some options to practice without the blocks. And we're going to get started today in a seated position, so feel free to find your way there. And you're welcome to sit on one of your blocks to prop your hips up a little bit. Allow yourself to settle. If seated isn't comfortable for you, you can lay on your back. You can come into any other shape. Just give yourself a moment to really arrive here in your body, on your mat. And then gently place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Let your eyes close. Scan your physical body and notice how you're feeling right now this morning or whenever you're taking this class. Notice any areas of your body that are talking to you, that need a little extra attention or love today. And imagine you could send your breath there. Begin to send your breath into your belly. So as you inhale, really expand through your belly. Feel that bottom hand move away from you. Then your chest, and then exhale, release it all out. Continue like that, deep belly breathing. If it's comfortable, in and out through your nose. And perhaps starting to turn on your ujjayi breath, that slight constriction at the back of your throat, like you're fogging up a mirror, a ha sensation, but with your lips sealed. Notice any thoughts, any other sensations happening right now. And start to lengthen your exhales even longer. So a longer exhale is a nice way to turn on your parasympathetic nervous system, that rest, digest, and heal mode. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath. Keep the hand that's on your heart there and place your other hand on the ground. It could be to your side. If you have to lean a little forward or to one side, that's okay. Imagine you're grounding that energy. Ask for permission to release anything that's not serving you down into Mother Earth. And imagine letting it go. Feel yourself here connected, supported. And if there's any other intention you'd like to set for your day, for your practice, please feel free to do so now. When you're ready, you can blink your eyes open. Find your way to a tabletop position. I'm going to face forward so you guys can see, but you're welcome to be on your mat as normal. And in your tabletop, we'll take some gentle wrist stretches. So a little walk of your fingertips out to the side. If that feels like enough, stay there. If you'd like a little bit more, you can turn your fingertips all the way back toward your knees. And then we'll take movement here. So it could be cow and cat, arching and rounding your spine. It could be some circles, gaining weight into your wrists, back into your hips. A little sway side to side, peeking over one shoulder then the other. Feel free to let this be really organic and natural. If it's a little funky on the wrist, that's the goal, but you can always turn your fingertips back forward. Take 2 more rounds of breath. And find your way to a neutral spine. If your fingers are still pointed back, bring them forward so they point toward the top of your mat. Shoulders right above your wrists. And then draw your knees together so they touch. Extend your right leg behind you. Find some length there. Flex your toes. Press back through your heel. Big breath in. And as you exhale, cross your foot over to the left. So foot comes behind your left leg, toes down, heel up. And then a little peek over your left shoulder. And gently draw your left hip back. Really breathe into your right side, outer hip, outer waist, outer ribs. Extend your leg behind you, deep breath in. Exhale, take it all the way out to the right, toes point forward, foot is in line with your left knee, and then rise to stand on your left knee. And you can always roll up your mat if this doesn't feel fantastic on your knee. Both arms to the sky, big breath in. Exhale to gate pose, right hand slides down your right leg, left arm stretches up and over. Try to relax your shoulders. You could add some movement of your head, notice how your neck feels, or you can keep your gaze, your head steady for more stability. Through center, hands high, big breath in. Exhale to a modified side plank, left hand comes to the ground. You can always place your block down here. Right arm reaches up and over. So imagine stacking hips and shoulders. Peel open your chest a little bit. This is enough if you'd like to stay. An option is to extend your right arm over your head, float your right foot for a little bit more engagement, or find your foot behind you for a little bit of a quad stretch, already working into your hip flexors, or a back bend, kick your foot back to open up. So always lots of options. Remember to continue breathing. If you have your foot, release, inhale, extend long, and exhale, bring your hands down below your shoulders. So you're in a tabletop position with your leg out to the side still. Left arm to the sky, roll your wrist a couple times. Exhale, thread the needle toward your foot, left shoulder drops to the ground or to your block. Side of your head down, right hand can stay, reach in front, or wrap behind your low back. Imagine gently peeling open your right shoulder. And slowly unwind, right hand down, unthread your left arm to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, release your hand down, tuck your knee under. Find a neutral tabletop, shoulders above wrists, hips above knees, and again, move in whatever way feels good. So arching and rounding, cow and cat. Some barrel rolls through your chest like you're scooping out honey, or if you like the wrist stretch, you can find some movement with your fingertips pointing to back, even your palms up, fingertips back, a little stretch there. Really tune into what your body needs today. So I'll give lots of options, and if you're not sure what to take, feel free to find the simplest version. Simply breathe, knees together. We'll take that same sequence to the other side. Left leg straight back, big breath in. Flex your toes, press through your heel, and then take it over to your right, behind your right leg, off to the side. Toes are under, heel is lifted, look over your right shoulder, draw your right hip back, breathe into your left side. Back to center, extend your leg, breathe in. Take it out to your left as you exhale, toes forward, foot in line with your right knee, and then rise to stand on your right knee. Arms overhead, breathe in. Gate pose as you exhale, left hand lightly down your left leg, right arm up and over. So try not to collapse into your knee joint there. Think more about length and lift, and then a gentle side bend. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale to your modified side plank, right hand down. Left arm extends up. Belly faces one side of the room, your back the other, so you're really stacking hips and shoulders. And if you played on the other side, you can extend your arm over your head, lift your foot, even find your foot behind you, draw it in, or kick it back. You have your foot, release, inhale, extend long. Exhale, lower your hands down below your shoulders to that tabletop with your leg extended. Adjust as you need. Right arm high, roll your wrists, breathe in. And thread to your left as you exhale. Shoulder down, head down. Left hand stays, reaches, wraps behind you. Gently open up through your left shoulder, upper back. And slowly unwind, left hand down, right arm unthreads, out and up, big breath in. Exhale, release your hand, knee down. And one more time, whatever movement feels comfortable, a little sway, a little reset. You can always take a child's pose, hips to heels. And as you're ready, we'll meet in a downward facing dog. If you've got blocks, you want them on either side of your mat. No worries if you don't. Downward facing dog is an upside down V shape. You can think of your hands and feet being the same distance apart as if you were in a high plank. Simply lift your hips. And then feel free to bend your knees, take your hips high, let your chest press to your thighs without collapsing through your ribs. So slight knitting in sensation of your lower ribs. Head and neck can relax, and then feel free to find movement here. Pedal out your feet, sway side to side. Bring your feet together so your big toes touch. Reach your right leg up to the sky, big breath in. Then as you exhale, cross your right ankle behind your left. And it might just be that your toes tap down. Just notice how that feels. Keep pressing chest to thighs, keep hips really high. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step forward. And it could be all the way between your hands. It might be just halfway. Wherever you end up is totally fine. As you inhale, weight into your fingertips, lift your left leg behind you. As you exhale, fold forward, feet together or about hip distance at the top of your mat. Let your head and your neck go. Find a ragdoll, hold opposite elbows or hands to the back of your neck in a gentle sway. Release your hands, feet can stay wide or come together. Lift halfway, hands to shins, heart forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck. Twice more like that. Inhale, find more space. Crown of your head forward, tailbone back. Exhale, let it all go. One more. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold. Rise up. You can bend your knees, sweep your arms to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Take a moment to move around however you need to get balanced and stable. Feel that sense of grounded energy like we did with your palm on the ground, allowing yourself to root down into the earth, to feel connected, stable, and supported. And feel your palms pressing in. This helps balance out right and left side of your brain, right and left sides of your body, your masculine and feminine energies, yang and yin. And notice your breath once again. Maybe you even feel your heart beating below your thumbs. Find gratitude for that breath, for all that your body does. Blink your eyes open. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips, knees can bend, strong core. Lift halfway, breathe in, hands to shins, heart forward. Exhale, fold. Hands to the ground. Feel free to bend your knees or bring your hands to your blocks. And then extend your right leg behind you. So you're in a modified warrior 3. And you can always step it up, hands to heart. Balance for a regular warrior 3, but still pretty early in our practice. Engage the back of your right leg. Reach your heart forward, lengthen your spine. Take a full breath in. Exhale, step all the way back, and then drop your right knee down. If you've got your blocks, you might slide them back. Adjust your feet as you need so your front heel is in line with your back. Front heel is on top of your front ankle, I should say. And then we'll just take a little flow. So if you've got blocks, hands to blocks, otherwise hands can come to hips. You're gonna inhale, sink into your hips, and then exhale, shift your weight back. Find a little half splits or half splits variation. So feel free to rock it forward and back at your pace with your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Or if there's a shape that feels good to stay and hold, you can stay in one of those two shapes or something else in between. We're just gently warming up hips, hip flexors, hamstrings, allowing a little bit of a release through your pelvis. One of your hip flexors, your psoas muscle, tends to hold a lot of stress. It's called the muscle of your soul. So see if you can bring your awareness there to that hip crease area and give yourself permission to let go of whatever you're holding on to that's not serving you without judging. Let's take one more round of breath. So we'll find our way into an easy lizard pose. You can bring your blocks or your hands inside your left foot and shimmy it out to the side a little. Option to stay more upright. Let your hips gently sink toward the ground. Option to drop a little bit lower, palms flat, or even forearms down, depending on what's accessible in your body in this moment. Let your shoulders melt away from your ears. Release any tension there. One more round of breath. If you've got your blocks, you can ditch them off to the side. Right hand plants. Feel free to keep it on the block if that's better. Lift your right knee, left arm to the sky for a twist, and we'll take a horizon lunge. So your toes will turn to the edges of your mats. Come onto the outer edges of your feet. Hips lower. And you can always shimmy your left foot a little bit more in front of your hips to take your hips higher. Stay here. Or if you want to take it into a side plank, left foot steps back on top of your right. Feet staggered is great. Again, that knee bent is a beautiful option. Anything else you want to play with is great. Continue to breathe. One more big inhale. Exhale, find your way back to downward facing dog. If you want to take a flow, a shift forward, high plank, upper push-up, or knees down. Exhale, chaturanga halfway or all the way to your belly. Inhale, up dog or cobra, lift your heart. Exhale to downward facing dog. Adjust as you need, pedal out, move around here. Feet together, big toes touch. Reach your left leg to the sky. And then exhale, cross your left ankle behind your right. Wherever your toes touch is great. Just breathe into this. Feel length through your spine. Breath into your entire body. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step your foot forward wherever it lands is awesome. Weight into your fingertips. Right leg extends behind you. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, hands to shins, heart forward. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck. Inhale, stand, arms high, deep breath. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. And a moment again to close your eyes, to adjust your stance, your clothing, your breath. Find a sense of rootedness, a sense of gratitude for something in your life, something in your practice, your body, your breath. Next inhale, eyes open, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, flat back, hinge from your hips. Let your head and neck relax when you reach the bottom. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Hands in front of you, they can come to blocks, to the ground. Take that modified warrior 3, left leg extends behind you. Imagine reaching your heart forward. And if you wanted to play like you did on the other side, hands to heart, full warrior 3, you're welcome to go there. One more breath in. Exhale, left foot steps to the back of your mat and gently lower your left knee down. So feel free to adjust. Foot right below your knee, ankle right below your knee. Hands to blocks or knots. And just a little forward and back as you inhale, sink into your hips. Exhale, hips back. Right leg works towards straight. It may not be there this morning, and that's totally fine. And a little back and forth action. You can find a flow with your breath. You can hold a shape that feels appropriate or like you're getting a nice sensation. Whatever you're taking, try and stay present with your breath and really aware of how your body's moving, how you feel more than how it looks or what it's supposed to be like. Take a few more rounds of breath. If you're moving with your breath, a few more rounds of movements. And then that modified or easy version of a lizard, hands or blocks inside your foot. Foot shimmies out to the right a little bit more. And then you choose how much you sink into your hips. If you're really collapsing and you're super flexible, you might find a little engagement of your pelvic floor to lift. Keep your spine long, but you can always relax your head and neck. And if you took it lower, forearms down, you are welcome to go there. Another full round of breath. You can move one of your blocks or both if you're using them. Plant your left palm to the ground or to a block. Lift your left knee, right arm to the sky for a twist. And then moving into horizon lunge, toes point to the sides. Come to the outer edges of your feet. Right foot can stay where it is, or I like to shimmy it a little bit further back so it's more in line with my hips and I can really find that lifting sensation. Stretch through outer hip. Option 1, you hang out. I'm going to ditch my block. Option 2, you take it to a side plank. Any variation of side plank is fantastic. Continue to breathe. One more big inhale. Exhale your transition to downward facing dog or a child's pose. So you can take a flow vinyasa, shift forward, lower halfway as you exhale. Up dog or cobra, breathe in. To downward facing dog, breathe out. That's a beautiful place to stay. Child's pose with your knees down, arms in front, forehead down is also really great. Or a simple seat. If you find your mind wandering, come back to hand on heart, hand on your belly, back to your breath. Whatever you choose, close your eyes. And take a moment again to do a scan and simply notice how you're feeling right now. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale to your tabletop. Exhale to downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Feet together, big toes touch, right leg high, big breath in. Exhale, cross your right ankle behind your left like we did before. Inhale, right leg to the sky. You're going to think of hop switching your legs. It might be a little funky. You're going to lift your right leg, then your left, and land your right foot between your hands or as far forward as it gets. So it might be a little awkward. Hop, hop. However you can get there, right foot forward. Left leg behind you, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. We'll have a chance to play on the other side, so no worries if it was weird. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, relax it down. Rise to standing, arms high, big breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale to chair pose, like you're sitting into a really awkward chair. Peek down, make sure you can see your toes, engage your low belly, relax your shoulders. You can always take your arms in a different position. We'll find 2 more rounds of breath. Hands to your heart. Shift your weight into your left foot and hover your right foot. So it might just be you're on your toes, your heel is lifted. You might hover your entire foot, kick it forward, kick it back. Try to stay engaged through the back of your legs. Glutes and hamstrings are strong. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, arms to the sky, right knee lifts like you're taking a step. And then exhale, hands around your shins, draw your knee into your chest. Find a little squeeze there. Notice if you're leaning back, if you can stack your shoulders over your hips, lengthen through the crown of your head up to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale to warrior 3, hands to your heart. You can always place your hands on blocks like we did that first time. Right leg extends back. For me, it's easier to look down. You can certainly look forward, extend your arms forward or out wide. Strong through the back of your legs, engaging your glutes to find some space through the front of your hips. One more big inhale. Exhale, step it back to warrior 2. So back foot to the back of your mats. Feet in a heel to heel alignment. Settle in. Reach long through your fingertips, but let your shoulders melt down away from your ears. Straighten out your front leg. So we'll take a triangle. If you like your back foot a little closer, you can take it up a footprint or two. Send your hips back. Reach your left arm as far forward as you can. Keep that arm extended instead of tick-tocking, and then right arm over your head like you're holding a big beach ball. Find strength through the sides of your body, your obliques. Strength through your legs, that sense of rootedness, groundedness. Deep, full breaths. Inhale, reverse warrior. Rebend into your front knee. Feel free to lengthen your stance. Stretch it up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Back to your lizard pose. Hands inside your foot. So again, you've got blocks, or if you do have blocks, you can place your hands or forearms on blocks. This time you can keep your back knee lifted. I like a little shift forward and back to find space. You can drop your back knee, settle in. You can always reach back with your left hand and find your back foot for a little bit of a deeper quad and hip flexor stretch. Whatever you choose. Notice how it feels, what's going on, and breathe into it. Two more rounds of breath. We'll take this right away into our side plank. So you can drop your right hand, take that version with your left foot in front of your hips, left arm to the sky. Full side plank, feet stacked, bottom knee down. If you want to lift your left foot, extend your left arm, find a little bit more of a challenge, or even bend your back foot, top foot I should say, lower it down, take a little mini wild thing, little back bend. Full inhale. Exhale to release your way back to downward facing dog. Through a flow, high plank to chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, or remember you can always drop your knees, child's pose, a seat, right back to downward facing dog. Big inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, make some noise, let it go. Once more, big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Feet together, big toes touch. Left leg high, one inhale. Exhale, cross your left ankle behind your right, tap your toes. Inhale, left leg to the sky. We're going to take that little hop switch. So left leg up, then your right, your left foot lands somewhere close to your hands, or not at all close to your hands, but to the mat. Hop, hop. Could be awkward like me, totally okay. Lift your right leg, extend long, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Feet together. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, release. Rise all the way to standing, full breath in, stretch. Palms together in front of your heart. Chair pose, Utkatasana, sit low. Peek down, make sure you can see your toes. Feet can be together or hip distance apart, but think about hugging inner thighs toward each other, but that your knees stay in line with your ankles. They're not knocking too far in. If your legs are hip distance especially, relax your shoulders, relax your face, add a smile. One more full round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Shift your weight into your right foot and hover your left foot. It can kick forward, it can kick back, toes can tap down. Find your low belly strength. We're engaging hip flexors a little bit here. So feel that lift. Next, inhale, one-legged Tadasana, knee high, arms high. And as you exhale, hands are on your shin, hug your knee into your chest. A gentle squeeze, a tall spine, open your chest. One more breath in. Your version of warrior 3, I like hands to heart. Left leg extends long. Try to dial down your left pinky toe so your hips and low back are flat and even. If you want a different gaze or different arms, you can go there. Keep breathing. Always have to remind myself that. Full inhale. Exhale, warrior 2, big step back. Adjust as you need, settle in. We'll just be here for a couple of breaths. Back toes like to point backwards. See if you can point them sideways or even slightly forward. And then make sure you can see your right big toe. Long reach through your hands, shoulders right above your hips. Straighten out your front leg. We'll take this to that triangle. You can walk your back foot in a little bit. Reach as far forward as you can with your right hand, and then left arm over your head. So a little bit more of a strengthening triangle pose. Breathe into sensation where you feel this. One more round here. Inhale, reverse warrior, come back up, bend your right knee, right arm to the sky, feel that stretch. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to lizard pose, hands inside your right foot to blocks if you've got them. Back knee can stay lifted. Add some movement, a rock forward and back. Back knee can lower, you can sink really into this if you feel like that's appropriate in this moment, or you can add the twist. Right hand finds your back foot, gently draw it in. If you're taking that twist, notice your shoulders, hug them down your back to create space through your chest. Two more rounds of breath. And take it to a side plank. You can ditch your blocks. Right foot can be just in front of your hips for a little bit more support. Full side plank or side plank with your bottom knee down. Maybe you float your right leg for even more heat, right arm above your head, or step your right foot back. Little mini wild thing, lift your heart, lift your hips. Deep breath in. Exhale, release your way to down dog, child's pose, a seat. Anywhere you can rest, reset, reconnect. Full inhale through your nose. Lion's breath, stick out your tongue, let something go. Once more, deep breath in. Lion's breath out, stick out your tongue, make a funny noise. Inhale, bend your knees, look to your hands. If you're not in down dog, find your way there. Exhale, step or hop to a squat malasana. Feet go outside your wrists. Heels in, toes out. Sit low. And this is where a block can be helpful too, to sit on. Bring the ground a little closer. You can certainly use the more active version, lifting up. Imagine pressing knees into thighs, thighs right back into, elbows into thighs, thighs right back into elbows. And feel your spine grow longer. Option one, simply stay. Option two, an option for a little bit of heat, an arm balance crow pose, hands down, knees to triceps. Hug your elbows in and back. Look forward, float one or both feet. Maybe start to puff up, lift your heels to your bottom. Maybe start to straighten out your arms. We'll meet in a forward fold, ragdoll, hips high, feet stay wide. Hold opposite elbows, nod your head yes, and shake your head no. All of our forward folding poses, whether that's standing, seated, in a child's pose, are more calming for your nervous system. So allow that sense of release. Let whatever you don't need drip down your back toward the ground. Hands down, heel toe your feet in toward each other. And then roll to standing. So knees bend, tailbone heavy. Imagine stacking your spine so your head is the last thing to come up. At the top, a little shoulder shrug, up, back, and down. Let's do that twice more. And then palms together in front of your hearts. Close your eyes, add a smile. Blink your eyes open. Shift your weight into your left foot. We're going to take a dancer's pose. So right hand will reach out to the side. I'll turn sideways for a moment. You're going to reach back for your right foot and keep your left hand on your heart. Traditionally, we reach left arm up and then forward, but I like to offer that option of hand on heart for a little bit of support grounding. So maybe this is enough, simply reaching for the inside of your right foot. Maybe you want a little bit more kick back as you reach your heart forward and up. So kind of that up and back with your foot, up and forward with your heart, equal and opposite. Grounding down through your left foot. Steady eyes and breath really help with balance. So make sure your drishti, your gaze, is fixed on one point. Your breath is strong and steady. Slowly release if you haven't yet. Shake it out, right and left, arm and legs. And then other side, weight into your left foot, right hand to your heart. Left hand finds your left foot. You can stay. You can start to kick back as you reach your heart forward. One more breath in. Slowly release. And shake it out once more. Arms to the sky, sweep them high. Inhale. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Relax your head and neck at the bottom. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet out wide. One more time, that squat, heels in, toes out. Feet as wide as is comfortable or feels best to get low. And this might look more like a chair, that's cool. Make sure knees and toes are tracking in the same direction. Lift your heart toward your thumbs. Open up through your chest. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower to a seat. Bottom down, feet together, knees out wide for a little butterfly or cobbler's pose. Lift your heart, lengthen. Hinge forward over your legs. Hands can stay at your feet. You can give yourself a little foot massage. A little love there. You can walk your hands forward, press your elbows to your shins, relax your head. Lots and lots of options. Take what feels best. Slowly lift. We'll find a boat pose. Draw your knees together. Hands behind your knees. You can start with your toes on the ground. Lean back, engage your core, relax your shoulders. Like a string is pulling your heart to the sky. Stay lifted through your chest. Maybe both feet float. Hands stay. Maybe hands go wide. Maybe arms up, legs to the sky. I shake there, so I'm going to take it down a notch. Relax your shoulders. It helps if you smile. One more breath in. And exhale, release it down. Reverse table, hands come behind you, fingertips point toward you. Press through your feet and your hands to lift your hips. Imagine your hips reaching forward. I like my chin to stay tucked in. That feels better on my neck. You're welcome to relax your head back. Just don't fling it. Breathe into your belly, your chest, your shoulders, biceps. And slowly release. Extend your left leg out straight. Place your right foot outside your left knee. Try and stay grounded through your sit bones. Right hand will come lightly behind you. Left arm to the sky, breathe in. And either hug your knee as you exhale or hook your elbow outside your knee for a spinal twist. Imagine sitting up even taller as you breathe in, twisting a little deeper as you breathe out. And you can think of drawing your shoulder blades toward each other. Maybe your eyes, your chin continues the twist. Maybe your chin stays right above your chest, keeping that twist through the middle of your spine and not in your neck. Slowly unwind, counter twist to the other side. You can stay more upright, or you can gently walk your hands forward, relax your head down, and then lift yourself back up. We'll take a little half cow face. You're going to bring your right foot toward your left hip, so your knees stack. My hips are really tight, so this feels like plenty for me today. If you do want a full cow face legs, you can bend both knees. And a little trick is to rock forward, stack your knees, and then to sit right back. So option with both knees bent or option with that left leg still straight out in front. Lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, lean forward over your legs as much as creates sensation. So that might be not at all or a tiny little bit. That might be folding completely over. And 45 minutes flies by, so if you want to stay in this shape a little bit longer, you're welcome to. Otherwise, we're going to slowly release. Switch out your legs, right leg long, a little shake out, a little wiggle. Other side, left knee bends, foot outside your right knee, left hand behind you. Try and stay light on these fingertips so you can lengthen your spine, right arm up. Exhale, hug your knee or hook your elbow outside your knee. Find that twist. So like you're wringing out a towel, taller as you breathe in, and And then a gentle twist as you breathe out. Maybe wringing out a towel is more than gentle, but be gentle with yourselves. If you want to take your neck into it, chin continues toward your shoulder. And when you've had enough, slowly unwind, counter twist to the other side, more upright or hands down, relax your forehead down. And slowly lift. Cow face legs, left foot comes outside your right hips, your knees stack. Feel free to stay with that bottom leg extended, or if you play it on the other side, bend your right knee, a little rock forward if it was helpful to stack your knees and sit back. If your bottom leg is extended, that's beautiful, stay. Tall spine, and as much of a lean forward as creates sensation. And again, you can stay longer. If you've got some more time, lift yourself up. If you're ready to move out, uncross your legs, shake them out. If you've got a block, have it handy. We're gonna roll onto our back, so you might bring it to this side. And then we'll set up for a waterfall pose. So like you're gonna set up for bridge, bend your knees, feet on the ground. If you've got a block, the block is gonna go below your sacrum, that triangular bone between your hips. If you don't, simply lift and then lower, and then feet stack right above your hips. And you can always take this to a wall and stay in this position for our final Shavasana. So your legs move up the wall. You can always bend your knees and place your foot on a couch or on a chair. That's a nice release for low back. Or if you've got that block, you can stay in that waterfall position, legs to the sky, or even in a more supported bridge, feet on the ground. Give yourself 3 good rounds of breath right here. And if you would like to stay as you are for final rest, please hang out. If there's a different shape you want to take before you find Shavasana, go there. And eventually let yourself get comfortable. Lying on your back feels very supportive for most of us, but not everyone. You can place hand on your belly and your heart as we did when we started. And you can release the control of your breath and come back to a natural breath, or you can find that belly breathing once more, that nice diaphragmatic breathing, breathing into your low belly, feeling a sense of expansion. A longer exhale. Whatever you choose, wherever you are, simply allow yourself to be here for the next minute or so. And it's shapes like Shavasana, these resting postures, waterfall, legs up the wall, that allow our nervous system to come back to that more peaceful state, that rest, digest, healing. So if you feel like you need a little bit more time, please do stay. Give yourself these moments of stillness, of quiet, of inward attention that yoga is so beautiful for. And try not to judge whatever's coming up, whatever your feelings are, whatever your experience is. Accept it, acknowledge it, and let it go. If you do feel ready to finish your practice, you can add some movements, little wiggles or stretches, and eventually, eyes closed, make your way to a comfortable seated position. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. And thank yourself for taking some time this morning, or whenever you're taking this class, to be in your body, to be present, to move and to breathe. Lift your thumbs between your eyebrows, connecting body and mind. We'll gently bow our heads together. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Have a beautiful Saturday, a lovely weekend, and I will see you soon.